As usual, when we're travelling out the country, we always seem to find a road that says cemetery. Doesn't appear to be too many graves here. It's a very small country town, this one. We'll have a bit of a look around. There's probably a few unmarked graves as usual.
There's a few marker angels. I think they're
This one here's had its headstone fallen down. Here's a block that the headstone stood on at one stage. This one's a more recent one, 1992. Young fella, 17 years old. Pringle, died in 1898. Wonder if you made the Pringle chips. This huge one here dates back to 1858, 1875 and 1876.
Marianne is on the side.
Quite a big plot.
1901, 71 years. Thomas.
Bethany's rattling off the names and bits and pieces. This one here is quite an interesting one. This would be a family plot, but it looks like it's been taken over by perhaps wombats. There's a few holes there. Or rabbits, or whatever. We are in the Wombat State Forest. Just a quick look at some more recent ones in this area here. We tend to steer clear of the recent ones just for a bit of respect. Got some older ones over here we'll have a look at.
That's the same age as my wand.
Same age as your wand.
Yeah. My wand is between 1900 and 1910.
Okay, this is 1900, 1903.
Yeah.
There we go, 1877 as well, so this is like a family plot. A few people here.
Sorry.
That's alright, we've got James and Ellen here. Hi Ellen. Don't know why I'm attracted to the name Ellen, but
Ellen.
we'll figure that out. Here's another one that's slightly overgrown again.
Henry.
Perhaps on purpose. Got a Henry in here. Hi Henry.
Henry Headlong.
I think there's some wombat holes in here too.
Yeah. That's not a rabbit hole.
Who knows, we might spot a wombat.
A bit
So
shabby.
this is a very old one, this one.
A bit shabby today.
There's no headstone or names or anything here, but there's certainly somebody buried here. There used to be some sort of a plaque on this thing. Just as we're walking around, I get a very unhappy vibe.
Something
And
very,
it's coming from this very new grave here.
something very sad there. Ooh.
This area here we've got some newer graves,
Ooh.
as you can see by the looks of it. But yeah, this one's very, very interesting.
That's sad.
It is.
I'm getting the feeling it's a kid or someone. Oh,
Okay, we're going to
you just
do a
wanna
quick
cry.
necrophonic session because the sadness that we're feeling on this grave here
You just want to
is
cry.
enormous. And it feels like it's a teen or
Yeah.
17-year-old or something like that. Just want to see if we can get something on the necrophonics. So if there's anyone here,
Hello, my name's Bethany. I'm also known as Heather. The gentleman with me is Rick. You ready?
we come with a lot of respect.
I'm feeling there's a lot of sadness with this particular plot. Is there anything we can do to help? Do you need help?
So everyone around can tell us a little bit about the person in this grave here. Can you tell us your name?
Oh my God.
Can you tell us this person's name?
Daniel? Recent, yes, it is recent.
Recent, yes. Was it an accident? Can you tell us?
Desperate.
Desperate.
Do you need help? Have you found the light?
Can you tell us what happened?
White. Yeah, the light, it can be white. Have you found it? I don't think they found it.
Can you talk
Help
into
us.
these?
Help us.
We pray that they come back, people come back and surround and make your grave site nice. Feel a lot of sadness. Why is there sadness?
It's like despair.
Okay, we're going to stop the filming now. We're going to send you a little bit of a blessing.
I got it. I'm gonna. They're gone. Stop. I don't think they went. I don't.
I'm just going to open up some white light and we'll send you a little bit of blessing just to see if that helps you. I'm going to stop the filming now.
Yeah, we don't.
Thank you for chatting to us.
Do you see the light? The light and go home. You don't have to stay. Go home.
Not exactly sure what happened, but this person that was in this grave here, was a lot of sadness, and we feel it was a youngish person, somewhere around the age of 17. And we ended up doing a little bit of a blessing, an opening up of a light for this person. Hopefully get some angelic spirits in to help this person home. Bethany's just finishing off the little blessing. There's a lot of space in this little cemetery. We do feel that there are some unmarked graves, particularly just along here. A few other spots as well. Some newer graves. It's a lovely little spot. It's got a mix of the old and the new. He's just placing a couple of flowers on the grave there because we get the feeling it was a suicide. Just as you're walking around cemeteries, occasionally you get the feeling of certain vibes. Just follow those vibes and just see where it goes to. (1890), 1893. Big plot, this one. A couple of new ones right at the back. What have you done?
They're all unmarked. The angels are.
Yeah,
They're a
there's
bit-
unmarked ones.
The marker angels in the cemetery are a little bit tricky.
Relatively new, that one.
2020, that's last
Leave that alone. Here's another very new one over here. So send some love and blessings there. Some people have put some flowers on.
That's very new.
Very fresh.
Yeah, the energy coming off that one's
Got some large plots here, two large ones. This one's a quite nice one.
Some of them you do feel that, like, they do feel not happy, but peaceful. And
This is all dedicated to people who passed away in 1945 and 2013, and it's nice to see dedication towards somebody from 1945
yeah.
and someone from 2013 at the
It's
same
got a real
time.
calming sort of vibe, that one.
It's a lovely little one.
Some of them can feel quite heavy.
I don't think I'll walk on this one. We might fall in a hole. What do you reckon?
We're not even going near that. Ooh, where did that come from?
Glen Lyons is a very, very small country town up in the hills, sort of between Dalesford and Wood End, and it's just a lovely little cemetery, but
That way?
you know, yeah, got to be careful where you're walking, because you can just feel it, you can sense it, that there are unmarked graves around,
And the
you know,
marker
dating
angels.
right back,
The marker
obviously,
angels.
because it's, you know, it's been here for quite a while.
The marker angels are a bit
Yeah,
pushy in the
especially
cemetery.
marker angels as
They're a
well,
bit
because you can
shovey.
sense the marker angels.
They're a bit shovey in
And
the
if you
cemetery.
don't know what they are,
Oh, that's what I call
they're angelic energies that tend to hover around unmarked graves. It's kind of like they mark where the unmarked graves are. It's like an angelic type of energy, and they're quite interesting to feel and sense.
You've got a sense of humour.
And it's like if you open up your vibes, you've got a sense of humour too.
Yeah. You taste one with the
But if you
tattoo,
open up your
remember?
vibes, you can.
Go round.
No, I'll go right beside this one here, and then I know I'm not walking over the top of anybody. But you, yeah, if you put out your vibes, you can feel them, you can sense that there's a very strange, angelic, lovely type of protective energy standing somewhere, and generally you find that it's over the top of an unmarked grave. It's kind of like they signpost things for you. Okay, we've got a cross here, dated 2018. Bethany just wants to put
Well,
a bit of quartz on it,
well, that's what
just to send it a little bit of, you know, to give a little bit of blessings from us. And I'd like to thank all the spirit here for allowing us to be here. We give a lot of load of love and blessings to all that lie here, and in particular some of the newer graves here. And the graves themselves haven't been established, so we send a lot of love and blessings, particularly to that we believe is a 17-year-old who had a lot of sadness around him. So we send a lot of love and blessings. Okay, well that was a little bit sad at the back of the cemetery there. I sort of felt that it was a 17-year-old male, and there was a lot of sadness there. Bethany picked up there was possibly suicide, a strong feeling that it was suicide, and the spirit, it was just a fresh grave, but we felt that the spirit just had not crossed over, so we did a little bit of a crossing over for the spirit and explaining a few things to them, so they could release their emotions, because it felt like there was a lot of
it was fear.
there was fear.
They thought they were going to hell.
They thought they were going to hell because they committed suicide. So there was a bit of fear there, so
And
we relieved the
sad.
fear a bit. And there was a lot of sadness too. It was like a lot of remorse for something that they had done. So, you know, when you come across things like that in the cemetery, just send them a little bit of love and blessings. Just have a quiet word. And, you know, suicide is one of those things that it's a freedom of choice thing. And it's definitely not punishable in heaven.
Whatever you believe. Whether
You
it's
know, it's a sad thing that people believe that you're going to go to hell if you commit suicide, and that's just a load of bullshit.
Yep.
Basically, when you do cross over, you will receive counselling, you'll receive healing. And, you know, if you had decided to end your life, you will get the counselling and you will get the help that you need to balance your thoughts and emotions and continue on in your spiritual journey.
I've got Doris in my head at the moment. My
Doris?
guide. Yeah, Doris has jumped in.
Oh, Doris Stokes, yes.
She's jumped
Doris
in.
Stokes is a very famous English medium.
Yeah,
And she's been popping into our home for the last few months.
She's
Connected with Bethany.
Yeah, she says it's an illness of the mind.
Yep, suicide is an illness of the mind.
You're not in your right mind, so you don't get punished for being ill. That's what she's telling.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying. You got to think of that with a very strong English accent.
Okay.
And a cup of tea.
And a cup of tea.
And a sticky bun.
And a sticky bun.
Yes.
All right, cheers.
And we've got Genevieve.
See you later.
See
Bye.
ya.